So I've been driving a Tesla Model 3 Highlander 2024 model around for about 6 months now, and here are some things that I've observed driving it around for that amount of time. And I live in a hot climate where in summertime it's 40 degrees Celsius, which is 120 degrees Fahrenheit regularly. So we here where I live, I regularly get 40 degrees Celsius days in summer. I live in Western Australia and it's hot. And so with that in mind, with that heat in mind, I have these sort of comments or improvements to make with it, or things for buyers to be mindful of. This is like a great car, fantastic car. I just want to say that. But here are some things. Heat from the sun. So the roof on a Tesla is not a normal roof. It is a glass roof that has been stained. So it's like stained glass, and it looks really cool. But the problem is, in summertime, it gets very hot inside the Tesla. And so the thing is, to get around that, you can turn on cabin overheat protection, and that will mean that your car will be air conditioned, and so that, you know, if you're working and you have your car outside for 8 hours a day, when you get in your car, the climate control will have it so that it is at the temperature that you want it to be. The problem is that when to do that, you have this thing called cabin protection, and when you have, I've turned cabin protection off, and the reason is it drains a lot of battery. If you're in a hot climate, right? If you're in a really hot climate, 40 degree days, 45 degree, 42 degree days, this is going to be on a lot. And so if you've got your car parked when you're working 8 hours a day, you get back to your car, expect your battery drainage to have been consumed, but it should be still okay to get home, depending on how far it is for you to get home. But it's just something to be mindful of. You can get around it by turning the cabin overheat protection off. But of course, when you do that, you're going to have more heat from the roof in summertime, and that heat can be really hot. Now, even with the cabin overheat protection off, it surprised me how high the battery drainage is. And so to preserve battery life, you can turn the cabin overheat protection off, but you can also turn the Sentry mode off. The Sentry mode is what, if someone walks past your car, it will take a video of them. It does it with, it's a really good feature. We leave that on, but we turn cabin overheat protection off. And we find that for city driving, it's more than enough battery. But if it's just something to be mindful of. You have to really think about your circumstances. So alignment of panels. So this Tesla 3 is made in China, because we're in Australia, and compared to Japanese cars, the alignment of panels is not as good. For example, the LED alignment that is inside, when you're looking at the steering wheel, there's a horizontal LED that changes color. You can change the color. That's not aligned in our car, and I think this is a thing for all Tesla cars in Australia. They don't think that the alignment's going to be as good as a Japanese car. But even with that, like a few panels being off by 2 or 3 millimeters, which you kind of do notice, it's still a great car, but it's just something to be mindful of. The alignment, it's not as good as Japanese alignment, or I'll say the quality isn't as good as Japanese car. So windscreen wipers, the sensitivity of the windscreen wipers. I would say that in wintertime, when it rains a lot, the car sometimes will not pick up that it's raining until it's rained for like minutes, and so it's to do with the sensitivity. And to get around that, you have to keep on pressing the thumb button with the button with your thumb, the windscreen button with your thumb, to wipe like left and right. I think it gives 1, 2 or 3 swipes each time you press it. So you're continually pressing this button every 10 seconds, or every 10 or 15 seconds, so that the windscreen wipers will move away the rain until the sensitivity until it's sensed. So the suggestion there for Elon would be to be able to put your thumb, hold it down. Sorry, I haven't got my many hands at this moment. If you could hold it down so that the windscreen wipers stay on, rather than having to rely on software and the sensitivity device to turn it on. I really like how it's a very streamlined thing, but maybe on the touch panel, or alternatively on the touch panel, having a button where you can manually turn on the lights, manually turn on the windscreen wipers. I'm not sure about the lights, that's not a problem. The lights are fantastic, but yeah, manually turn on the windscreen wipers. That would be very helpful.